What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We just kind of dropped right in there. I didn't even give y'all a chance to prepare for that. How is everybody doing? Let me go through and make sure everything is working correctly. Let me know if you can hear me. And yeah, we'll kind of jump right into it. Andrew is here too. I don't see you on camera, Andrew. We're still working out technical difficulties because I was not very good at this. All right, let me try to bring Andrew in. See if this works. This is it. Can you? I can't quite hear you. Let's see. What's up, everybody? Beautiful. All right, I've got my chat open over here in on this side. So if you have questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. See if Andrew can get his video up and going. But it's me and him. Valum is traveling currently, so we are not going to be joined by him. But we've got a bunch of people signed up for the jam already, which is wild. It is super fun. Let me get my screen set up so that I can actually share it and show you all around. Alrighty. So yeah, this is basically just a countdown to the game jam starting. We're gonna announce the actual the theme in a moment here. Oh, let's try to bring Andrew back in. Hello? Can you hear me? Looks like you're unmuted, but I can't see you or hear you. Oh no. I can still see you though. So interesting. Oh man. All right. In the meantime, let me share my screen. Not that one. This one. The entire screen. There we go. Beautiful. Oh, Andrew left. We'll see if he comes back. In the meantime, so we have 669 people signed up so far, which is quite impressive. Last year we had 600 signups. Ooh, there he is.
I think it was just the browser. Like the browser.
There we go.
It's Firefox. It happened last time. It did some weird echoey thing, and I'm just like, it always.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, welcome.
Thank you. I know. I like how you're welcoming me as if I am a special guest. It's a pleasure to be here.
Special guest, also hosting with me as well. So, but yeah, we're just gonna hang out, chat, and talk about the game jam, release the theme, and whatnot. Let's see. Do we have any more? I'm just sitting here refreshing. So we have 673 people signed up now. So the last year we had 600 exactly, and we had 100 entries exactly, which was kind of wild. But this year we have definitely passed that, which is super fun, and it is obviously us three. You would think the theme would be Matrix-ish or something to do with that, but I'll give you an early hint about what are we, 22 minutes away? It's not. It has nothing to do with the Matrix.
I mean, as you can imagine, I've been lurking in everyone's discords, and some people have already come upon that conclusion. So that tip is not going to be helpful for most people. They've already pieced together. Someone said, "Well, it was the Avengers picture last year, so clearly it's not going to be anything related to it." And you know
Right.
what? They're right.
They're very right. Yeah, so if you had already started and were making some kind of Matrix theme, you're gonna have to start back over.
Oh man, they'll be good. Whatever like slow motion shooter thing you got going on, we can make it work. You know.
Yeah, exactly. We'll convert it. We've got 21 minutes. I was a tad late to the stream because I was writing an email to go out to everybody whenever it gets kicked off here.
I like how you're doing actual business things, and I'm sitting here just trying to caffeinate as quickly as possible.
I've had so much coffee today because I actually want to try and participate a little bit. So I may be trying to make my own game, which may or may not be cheating because I've known the theme for a couple weeks. But I promise you, I've not had time to brainstorm or anything. So
It's not technically cheating, but it is 100% cheating because you knew. So your subconscious has been able to take the time to figure it out. So
right,
as soon as you got a bit of a head start than
yeah,
other people, so it's gonna take the. I feel like for jams usually, I feel like this is for more traditional ones where it starts on Friday and ends Sunday at some time. Like Friday is always like the ideation period and just trying to figure out like what exactly you're going to do, plan something way too big, and then come the next day and go, all right, let's make
yeah,
half of this.
exactly.
So I think
Yeah,
we're gonna.
I usually recommend taking like honestly more time than you think to kind of come up with an idea and flesh that out a little bit before, because a lot of people are like, oh, I don't have a ton of time, so I'm just gonna jump right into it, and it doesn't usually end up working out pretty well.
I mean, I think that's how we all feel at some point. We all feel rushed. So it's just like I feel, you're like, oh, I'm not building anything, therefore I am wasting time. And then you take the first idea you get and you just kind of jump into it. But I don't know. Most jams I feel like I've been to, we usually have like 3 or 4 ideas, and it turns out I don't think I've ever been in a jam where it's gone so catastrophically bad that we did not have something to show by the end of it. But there's a first time for everything.
It's yeah, I've definitely participated in jams where I'm super motivated the first like day, and then after like that I'm like, oh no, what have I
Well,
gotten myself into?
well, it's like it's usually not too bad because it's been playing. Like at the end, you just show what you've been working on to maybe a group of maybe between 25 to 50 people. A couple years ago, it was like 2020. When I was at Facebook doing a jam for global, like they were like, all right, everybody. There was not only like 100 people at the jam, but they're like, we're also going to stream it. So it better
Oh,
work and you better not make a fool of
oh
yourself.
no.
So it was just like, chugging Red Bull and drinking and just like eating all of this amazing free food and then just hoping that your game works by the end of it, which luckily it did. And it's just like one of those feelings of it's such taking that project timeline that could be like 6 months to a year or something like that and making it like 3 days, and you feel so good afterwards to the point that you're like, I can do anything, my life's complete. It's just like so satisfying. And then you know it feels like that every single time. I don't think there's ever a point where you don't feel satisfied after finishing a jam.
It is very nice. It's definitely a different kind of high. Like it's when you're doing it and you're like, especially with a team, a group of people, like it's super fun.
Yeah,
I'm also
yeah.
rearranging all my windows right now, so um that's why everything's a mess on the stream for
Oh,
those
that's
of you
fine.
wondering.
That's fine. They know it's only the select group of people that show up for the stream. So they just kind of know. They're like, we're just hanging out.
Yeah, yeah, if you're here, you're the dedicated few.
Yeah, when you're here, you're family.
Exactly.
We don't have any pasta and breadsticks. Sorry to break it to you.
Yeah, also on screen, if you screenshot it, actually, Restream has a really fun new thing where you can screenshot the QR code and just go directly to the jam page. So that's where that QR code takes you. And then you can go ahead and join. Or see what the theme is in like however many minutes. All right, now I can share my screen again because I readjusted everything.
Oh, you have something to.
Just the jam page.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna be like, "This is the project I've been working on site." And,
So I've finished my game
yeah.
already.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen those videos of people who are like, "Oh, I participated in my own jam anonymously" or something like that. And
Oh yeah,
every year, I'm just kind of like, "Oh, maybe I should do that." But then it's like, "Oh my God!" It's like to the first year we did this when I like organized and participated and made a video and did all this other stuff. It takes a lot out of you.
it is a lot. You definitely have to like plan for it. I purposely tried to not plan like any meetings next week.
Oh yeah,
And working for myself, it's quite convenient so that I don't really have a ton of like responsibilities or anything, so I can like really focus in on this. So I think I want to make like a decent game. I think me and my editor are actually going to participate together. So he's going to do a lot of the audio and visual design and stuff, and then I'll do like most of the gameplay and mechanics and whatnot. And then we may come up with an interesting an interesting game. So y'all see. And then if I get rated top in the top few, we'll just in the back end manually bump me down a few or something. I don't know if we could do that, but
I'll just kick you entirely.
yeah,
I'll
exactly.
just be like, "Oh, who's this
You've been
Justin guy?"
removed.
Yeah, and Justin's going, "Who removed my game?" And I'll be like, "I don't know," even though there's totally like a moderator history to find out who did it and when it happened. But
Let's see. Let's show some chat. It's a farm theme.
you got it, 100%.
That's it. You win.
You know, me and Justin are big fans of farming. Future Farmers of America, 2023. I'll be running for public office in Florida, and he'll be doing it in Georgia. So good on.
Yeah, exactly.
Good guess.
Are there any rules saying that it has to be a VR game? That is actually a very interesting point. I don't think there are any rules saying it has to be a VR game. But considering you're joining the VR jam, you may not get ranked very high.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go back and add that to the rules.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that it's like it's a technicality because I think there's also that weird the gray area of AR and MR stuff. It's just kind of like, oh, I made something for HoloLens, and it's just kind of like, all right.
Yeah,
How many
that
people,
works, I guess.
I think there's a grand total of maybe 2 HoloLenses in the and maybe the group of people. So
Yeah, exactly. Although the Quest 3 coming out with some more pass-through capability, it might be fun to have like a mixed reality jam closer to when that gets released, or maybe even before. Like make a mixed reality game that we can play on the Quest 3 when it comes out. That could be pretty fun.
mm-hmm.
Let's see. Jay hasn't been in Unity in months, but he's still gonna shoot a shot. So.
Yeah, you got it. I mean,
beautiful.
Like like Wayne Gretzky always said, "Got to shoot your shot." I forget that whole like actual fake quote that he said that gets copied and pasted everywhere. But
oh yeah, I don't remember. Let's see. Our signups closed. They are definitely not. You can actually sign up even after the starting time. You can actually sign up like with a day left, or even like an hour left if you really want to go hardcore mode. But yeah, you can sign up anytime until the jam ends. And then even if you it's a 7-day jam, so you don't feel like you have to participate all 7 days as well. So like if you work 9 to 5 and you have kids and whatnot, if you want to just go hardcore this weekend and submit whatever you have on Sunday, yeah, no worries, you can totally do that too. And Jason's in here.
And if you don't have a job or children, you can just go hard the entire week.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I do have. I have a child. I have a 6-month-old. He's almost 6 months.
You have one whole child.
I have reproduced.
Oh God.
Successfully reproduced, which is that's a challenge in and of itself.
That just sounds like a comment you would see in a Sims game. So it's like it successfully reproduced, instantiate baby.
I have instantiated another Justin.
Just at a much smaller scale.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, if you sign up the last day and then win, I will I will probably give you money, or you can have a whole podcast session on my channel.
If you win, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you sign up the last day and then you win.
Oh, if you just swoop in.
Of course, there's no way to know if we had. You're going to be working on it like the whole game, and then I'll sign up if it is a good game eventually.
It's gonna be Jason.
Let's
Jason
see.
Wyman's gonna swoop in. He's gonna.
Yeah, he's gonna come. He's like, I actually had this whole library that I built myself of an
Yeah.
RPG game, and I just turned it into VR in a week. That's what's gonna happen. Oh, there we go. There's the code for it. Spawn Justice, baby. Let's see. Some more practical questions for you. We've got 11 minutes left. Can we use things like Hurricane, Auto Hand? Yes. So if we scroll down to the rules a bit, the theme is going to be announced here in a moment. The rules say, let's see, where is it? Yeah. So if you rightfully have the access to any kind of other code or assets or templates or anything, you can absolutely use those. So if you have Hurricane VR, Auto Hand, if you've made your own custom script or anything, you can use that. And then same goes for 3D models and whatnot. We're not a very hardcore jam where we feel like everything has to be made by you. It's more of just we like the idea of creating VR games in general and use whatever resources you have available to you. So let's see. How do you get the physics hand script? You have to make it. Where are the questions? Oh, these are the questions are the comments or the chat. Let's see.
It's a bit meta, isn't it, in a sense, where it's just like, where are the questions? As you're asking the question, that's the question that ends up on stream. And you're like, oh, I guess that answers it.
I see. Yeah. How do we get on screen? Will you just talk? All right, let's see. What else? So we, of course, have the VR Creator Academy, which we're promoting quite nicely in here. So if you are interested in joining the VR Creator Academy, there's a QR code. We're still currently in beta, so the price is going to go up to close to 1,000-ish relatively soon, within the next month or two. So we're actually wrapping up that. Andrew has a whole section on optimization that is phenomenal, and I've actually watched his lessons in order to learn about optimization. So
it's a grand old time. It's not super computer sciencey. It's for most reasonable people who are like, hey, why doesn't my game run very well? And it's like, oh, these are the things that you can do.
yeah,
Because even I come from have more of an art background, so that's kind of the approach I decided to take with it.
it's very nice. It's very nice, 3-4 minute long videos that are just very quick, here's stuff you can implement, and then here's another thing. It's very enjoyable.
Yeah, it's funny. That wasn't the intention, but that's just sort of how it ended up coming out. Because there's times where I speak and I'm very long-winded and it takes me a long time to explain things, but I've realized as I structure things out and I write things, I'm just kind of like, if this doesn't add any immediate value, I just cut it. So that's why everything is 2.5, 3 minutes. And it's honestly, nice. I think the whole runtime is maybe between 2 and 3 hours, and you can get through it fairly quickly. But it's mainly to also be a reference. So it's like, oh, how did he do this? And you don't have to search through a 12-minute video to find that one particular piece of information.
I'm doing lighting stuff. Here's the lighting optimization part.
Exactly.
Beautiful. And then I actually have recently put together this goes great on my same colored background.
Hey, look. It's transparent, man.
That's transparency. I didn't realize how that was going to show up. But this is called the Confident VR Dev. I've went and took the 7 best lessons from the XR Interaction Toolkit section of the course and made them available for free. So if you want to try the VR Creator Academy and try 7 of the lessons out of I think we're up to 160 lessons now in the whole academy. But this one walks you through how to actually set up your project and then going through making a little mini game and then how to actually publish it. So if you want to try that out and see how things are taught in the academy without actually buying it first, you can give it a little trial there. But back to the VR jam, we got 7 minutes. So close. Let's see, how many? Let me refresh.
It's funny you say that because I think as you were explaining that, I like freaked out for a moment because I thought we had passed the
Like, oh no,
run. Yeah, the
we have
run
to
time.
go back. I need to make sure I can, like, everything is set up for me to just hit go
Yeah,
on like all the emails and the updating the GM page and everything. I think
I'm just gonna update the jam page as well right after you do with a completely separate.
a totally different theme.
Yeah, totally different theme. It's gonna be the Andrew Jam, and we're all gonna make beard cutting simulators.
That would be hilarious. All right. Let me make sure everything is. Also, double check and make sure I'm not showing. This is why I moved everything over to that screen.
That was the fear I also had because it's like you have the version of the web page that you're showing, and then you have like the admin view basically.
Yeah. Let's see. We do have a whole multiplayer section. Valum actually did a whole multiplayer section in the course. And he's wrapping it up now. He has all the implementation and he's building out like a little example project to show. But yeah. Will the confident VR dev help me with all my VR deving insecurities? Yes, absolutely. You will be able to be confident.
Aaron is a very confident instructional designer. We worked together in the past, so
Ooh, very nice.
he's a good man.
When
We worked together during COVID, and one time we were on a video call, and he's like, "I cut my own hair," and I go, "Oh yeah, looking sharp," and I completely forgot that Sharp was his last name, and he looked at me very weird, and it took me like a couple of brain cycles to realize what I had done.
Looking sharp.
Looking sharp.
That's clever.
I mean, it was completely
You're like, oh, I'm so witty.
No, it was completely like, oh no, what did I do?
Let's see. When is the submission deadline? So we are doing 7 days. Last year we did 9 days, and then the year before that, I think we did like 3 days. So we're adjusting the timeline a decent amount, but this one we're going with the normal game jam amount. So 7 days. We think 3 days is a little too short of a time period, especially for VR. It's a little more difficult, requires a little more debugging. And yeah, but the deadline is going to be 7 days from 4 minutes and 10 seconds from now. So next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern is what the deadline is. And then we'll have a week of ratings. And then also, I don't know if y'all are aware or not, but we are having Virtual Reality Oasis actually is going to come and play a lot of the top submissions, which is going to be super fun. So you may see your game on his YouTube channel, as well as, let's see, it doesn't say it here, but Gamertag VR, GTVR, is going to also be playing it. He does a lot of Let's Plays and whatnot in the VR space. And so those two are going to be playing the top submissions from the game, from the jam, so that's going to be super fun. So all sponsored by XR Game Labs, which we're a partner of. So actually go to their page. Yeah, so Virtual Reality Oasis and Gamertag VR have said that they will come and play the games, which is going to be super fun. Yeah, very, very good motivation. All right, what are we at? 3 minutes left. What do you think the what if you're in watching live, what do you think the actual theme is? Let's see if anybody gets it right.
If someone is remotely close, I don't know what I will do, but I will give you something.
This one's gonna be tough. What do you think about this one? Like, I feel like for this particular theme, there could be a decent amount of like overlap. Like I could kind of see how it would be difficult to come up with a more unique idea. Like I feel like a lot of people could end up making the same game, so you're gonna have to use a little bit of creativity.
I think it's I think it's a good theme. I think the best ones are the ones that you can do both something a little bit more abstract and something very mechanics focused. So I think in the past or for some jams it can be a little bit too straightforward, which may doesn't let people extrapolate or abstract the concept into other things, which is usually like the really interesting part.
Yeah, this one's let's see.
Big
Crazy
things.
Town, Slow Motion, Supermarket Sweep, Endless Runner. Um we didn't Endless Runner's a bit like that one's not the theme. But that one's like a theme a few years ago was escape room. And a lot of people actually complained to us about like that wasn't a theme, that was a genre or like a game like type.
Oh, did you do that for like the super?
Yeah, I think I did a Super
Okay,
Jam. I
the
don't know if
super
you were
jam.
in that one or not.
No, I was
Um,
not, but I
yeah,
was.
I got a lot of flack for that one because it was like this isn't a theme. This is like a type of game.
I forget which one it was. There was another jam, like the theme was like laboratory or something like that. And I was just, sometimes it's just kind of like if it's more of a setting or like you said, a genre, it is very, it's a little bit too, it puts them in a box already. And then they have to like do the extra effort to try and like break out of it when we try to give you, I guess, like a flat plane to then build off of, hopefully.
uh,
Who are we on the inside? That's it. That's a
that would be interesting.
man. Uh,
I don't know if I
okay.
want to go that deep. All right, we got 35 seconds, 34, 33. All right, the big reveal. Are y'all ready? Has anybody gotten even remotely close? Um,
The, I haven't seen any, but there are some good ones that we should just do.
we should just yeet
We
this
just use
chat
for
and
yeah, we
use
just
it
use for
next
next year.
year. Everybody giving ideas. All right. 10 seconds, almost 10 seconds left. Here we go. The theme is not Matrix. We talked we talked about this. All right. The theme is dun dun dun. Oh, all right. We're over. Special delivery. Da, da, da. I have to go and adjust all the things now. I have to go send. Um, let's see. I hide this. And
Theme
then
is theme. Yes.
theme is theme. I want to do. Oh no, where's my background? There we go. That's not really. Oh, it doesn't show very well. Special delivery. What do you think? I have to go update the itch page because people will be annoyed at me.
See now everyone's like, oh good, it works in the thing that I already wanted to make.
Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have inadvertently helped you.
All right. I've updated that. We should be good to go. And hide the overlay. There we go. Special delivery. The itch page has been updated.
All right, see you all in a week, and then we just dip out.
Just cut the stream. Goodbye. I might stay and spin up a little bit of a project for fun and see what happens. You can, of course, stay as long as you want, but let me also announce in the Discord because I need to put this in all the places. And the theme is special delivery. Go. Do the things. Cool. So, does anybody have any interesting ideas for this? So there's the obvious go deliver things. That's kind of what I was talking about, where it was like you may or may not we may or may not end up having a lot of overlapping games, because I feel like a lot of people are going to take the easy route and just do, the simple, oh, I'm gonna deliver a bunch of boxes, or make sure you have to put the boxes in the place. Um, Amazon Simulator, exactly. That's what will end up happening. Um, but you gotta be creative. That is definitely one of the. So one of the
Yeah, what is our rating scale?
ratings are enjoyment. So how fun is the game? So that's like a large part of game development. So we've got concept, which is unique. So this is the one where a lot of people are gonna either make or break their game, because it's gonna be like, oh, this concept is just like you sorting packages or bringing a package to someone. Um, Justin's baby delivery simulator.
If
We
someone
should.
makes that, I will. I'll give you a $25 Steam gift card.
Yeah, should emphasize it isn't just delivery; it's a special delivery. That is good. Um, Death Stranding. Somebody already made it. You just turned Death Stranding into a VR game. Oh, Warped. Warped Imagination has made some very phenomenal games in the past.
See, see, that's a good idea.
Yeah. The Spider-Man pizza time. Yeah, just make a Spider-Man like you're a pizza delivery person in Spider-Man. That could be interesting. Let's see. Any other fun ideas? Oh yeah, we can jump into like ChatGPT and see if there's anything. This could be fun. All right. Oh, I have to see the stream. All right. I am participating in a VR game jam. The theme is special delivery. Give me some game ideas.
I'm very afraid of what's going to happen.
Oh boy. Intergalactic Postman.
That's good. That's already a great idea. Isn't that just like Star Citizen?
Pizza Planet. So it's
Pizza
just
Planet,
Toy Story.
Toy Story, yeah.
That could be pretty fun, actually. And we do feel free to use whatever resources you want to come up with game ideas, to come up with code, whatever. We just want to see an end game result. So you technically could not even have created any of it. You just assembled a bunch of different pieces. So if you want to use ChatGPT and whatnot, go for it. So we just want to see a fun game. Intergalactic Postman. So the player is a postman in a sci-fi universe. They have to deliver mail to different planets. Okay. Oh, and each planet has different unique gravity, dangerous aliens, and other challenges. Gonna make this in a whole week. That is the difficulty, is you have to make it in a week. So you have 7 days. Don't forget that. So make sure to cut your scope, and then cut your scope again, and then cut your scope again. I actually
my scoping is immaculate. There's no cutting.
You're great at scoping things.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have a list of ChatGPT prompts that I think it's 18 different prompts that I will go through in order to come up and like flesh out a whole game idea, which is pretty fun. No scope cutting, just build it all.
Yeah, exactly. Just build it all, like no problem.
Just do it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's pick one and then just run with it.
What was I apologize if you've already read that. What was the last one? The hive delivery one?
Oh, the hive delivery. The player is an ant. In a massive anthill, the task is to deliver food and resources from the outside world back to the hive.
That's pretty good.
That would be pretty fun.
Though it would be very odd or be difficult to do the whole like tunneling portion, I feel like, and that would be very disorienting, I feel like, as well.
If the tunnel's already built, I don't know, that could be very interesting. Let's see. Yeah, the ChatGPT I've noticed definitely loves like the interdimensional and like the alien stuff. Like it definitely dives into those tropes a lot, from what I've seen. Ooh, a ghost who can pass through walls. You have to navigate a mansion and avoid exorcists. That's interesting. And resolve the other ghost's unfinished business. That actually sounds pretty interesting.
How do you avoid exorcists?
How do you avoid exorcists?
Yeah, it's kind
Is
of
it like if they have cameras or like sound recorders, you have to like avoid the devices that they're using to try to detect you?
I don't know. I just imagine it's people running around with signs that just say exorcist on it. Kind of like the guy who has the tech. He has the sign that says technology, and he just goes up to people. And it's like technology, and they're like, "Oh no." It
Technology.
would be that.
Oh, let's see. Time you have to deliver packages to various historical figures.
That's cool. Like uh, important letters and things like that. Like
Yeah.
historical things. I like that a lot,
You
actually.
have to like go visit Cleopatra and like deliver her crown or something that they dug up in order to
That's
resolve the universe.
I like that a lot.
That could be fun. Let's do okay. Let's do time parcel. We're gonna go through my little group of my Chat GPT things. So, all right. So first one is we're going to use number 3. And then this one is outline a detailed list of game mechanics, interactions, and their impact on the gameplay for that chosen concept. All right.
That's a great choice. Yeah.
That's a great idea. It was one of mine. All right, so it is suggesting a time travel mechanic. Obviously, that makes sense. So the player has a device that allows them to jump between different areas. The device has like a cooldown. This is going to be a lot to build in a week. I can already tell.
Yeah, the time
It's gonna
traveling mechanic, as cool as it would be like, okay, if you're going between like what we would call modern day and maybe the past or the future, you would basically need to have the same row but twice. Or you go so far back in time that it's just a field, and then you go to like, oh, it's a built-up city or something like that. But then I don't know how you would have a connection between those two things.
yeah. Let's see. There's a stealth mechanic. So you have to avoid being seen by historical figures and locals, as this would alter the timeline.
That's cool. I like that.
You have to, so it's basically Assassin's Creed. You have to hide, blend into crowds, use distractions.
You have to also dress up for the period as well. So
Yeah, exactly. Environmental interaction, you obviously get to move things. Puzzles, package handling. Oh, so you can't fall or harm the package. That'll affect your final score. That's actually interesting. Like if you implement like a handling kind of mechanic to your this special delivery theme, where it's like if you like accidentally drop it, it is less valuable. Let's see. Historical accuracy. Oh, you have to greet the guards in Latin. What? Bonus points if you know how to speak Latin.
it'd be a very hard gate of just like either you know it or you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Too bad.
The learning curve for this game is ridiculous. Resource management, learning through gameplay. This is a lot. All right, come on, ChatGPT. I only have
I only
7
have a week, bro.
days to
Come on.
make this. Come up with better mechanics. All right, we're gonna refine and simplify the mechanics while keeping the core gameplay interesting and the theme intact. So we're keeping the time travel mechanic. You can travel between different eras through fixed portals. So we've swapped the time travel gun that requires a little bit of management into a portal that you walk through. Stealth, package delivery, we're still keeping environmental interaction, puzzles. All right, let's have it define a gameplay loop. So, considering the chosen mechanics, describe the primary gameplay loop then. Crazy taxi, but you're a rickshaw. That's a fun idea.
Can you explain that to me?
You
What is a
You have to
rickshaw?
like the crazy taxi is like you go from side to side, but then like
Yeah.
in VR you have to like you're holding a passenger behind you
Oh.
like a rickshaw.
Okay. I've never been in a rickshaw, so.
That seems fun. Feature creep? No, it's feature technology. Delivers sponsorship offer boxes to YouTubers.
Ah, yes. Here is your Hello Fresh.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hello Fresh, this jam sponsor. No, it's not.
That would be hilarious. Can you imagine if we had like Uber Eats or like Grubhub just like sponsor this jam because it's special delivery? That would be amazing.
I
I
mean, that
need
would
to
be
make
like
some calls.
that would be like next level integration.
That would be pretty wild. Well, let's see. Anybody have any other ideas? If you're just joining us, the theme for the game jam is special delivery. So you have 7 days to make something that has to do with a special delivery. So right now we're just brainstorming ChatGPT, and it's giving us incredibly large and complex games right now, which would not really work out well for the game jam. If you want to join, you can join. So the jam has started. You have 6 days, 23 hours, and 45 minutes left, and you can join up until this clock goes down.
Up
So
until this clock runs out. Who knows when it'll be? Time is an ever
exactly.
continuous force.
Ooh, I need to actually. I have not joined this. There we go. There we go. We have more people. 682 people have joined now,
Well,
and nobody has even submitted.
what are they
Come on,
even? What are they even doing?
slacking.
I would have loved if someone had already like made a submission. It was just a rotating Hello Fresh box. That that was all it was. They just took a cube and they just put a really awful like with like the bad UVs and just threw a Hello Fresh texture on it and was just like, yeah, there you go. Bunch of funny guys.
That would be funny. Let's see. Are we reading off Discord? No, we were reading off Chat GPT. We were looking at it. It didn't it had some fun ideas. It definitely overcomplicated the mechanics. So we'll have to come back and revisit.
No, I actually really like the idea of like delivering historical messages because you could stay within like the time period and being like, oh, you have to deliver a message to someone's had put like George Washington or Benjamin Franklin or something like that. I'm not going to pretend to know a lot about history, but something like that, something historical. They're like, oh, I didn't know this, and it's like, you can kind of get a little bit of education in there.
Yeah, that it's like Assassin's Creed. Like you go back in time
Exactly.
and then you go to
Yeah.
modern day.
Yeah.
They just made a VR game. They could submit their whole Assassin's Creed game to this
Yeah.
game jam.
Yeah. Just like Assassin's Creed, you can see some cool art, some statues, and you can
Yeah.
stab some guys.
Time travel back in time.
Yeah.
You deliver stuff. You deliver swords into people's bodies.
Honestly, see, that's the thing is like you can abstract it and like try to with your game sort of explain how that would fit into the theme. I think that's sort of like semi like where they kind of set themselves up here and they're like, all right, now we start here. This is where we got to be. Now we have to sort of explain ourselves to get to the point where it makes sense.
Yeah.
Mailman's Creed. Exactly. Santa's Helper.
Creed.
That's actually a really good one. I like
Ooh,
that.
Santa's Helper. You're an
Yeah.
elf. This would be a lot better
That's a good one.
around Christmas time if we were doing a themed one. Let's see. Are there any negative? Is there any negative to multiple submissions? I mean, how fast can you make a game?
He's very fast. He already submitted the HelloFresh project.
Yeah. It's like I want to submit like 3 games. The only downside would be the 3 games that you make separately are not going to be as good as one game that you can really refine over the course of a week. As much as you could actually refine a game in a week. Let's see. Any other good ideas?
I like the
I don't
burn
know.
notice one. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, burn notice. Let's check the Discord and see if anybody's going crazy yet. People are submitting the music that they're listening to. Oh, I never announced the stream on Discord. Oh well. If you found me natively, I appreciate you for showing up. I was vastly underprepared. It's been a minute since I've live streamed, so. Let's see. How long does it take Unity to open a project? Let's start a new project.
You know, some people got strong feelings about that. It depends upon what version you're using.
Right? All right, we're gonna go for URP.
Yeah, LTS. Oh, it's good. Oh, URP template. It's gonna be a good 10 minutes. We'll time it.
Exactly. All right, we're gonna go with Unity project. We'll name this.
20 seconds is good. I'd say
I don't know what idea or project I'm gonna go for though.
You gotta abstract it so people don't know what your idea is.
I know. Burning Man. Sure. That's my abstract project idea. We'll come back in 5 minutes when it 5 minutes would be a fast Unity load.
No, just keep it up in the corner. We'll see. We're gonna see, man. If anyone's watching from Unity, we're sorry. We didn't mean for it to be this way.
You're the ones who made it this way. Yeah, 2022 LTS. If y'all saw the stream yesterday, was it yesterday? Unity did their whole live stream. They announced a lot of interesting stuff for HDRP, which makes me really want to try to make a VR game in HDRP. As I say to the optimization guy.
No. I've been. The thing is, I've used
terrible idea.
A handful of times, not for VR projects. Well, maybe I'm already going back. Maybe once, but like. I was working on a work project and they were like, oh yeah, let's use HDRP. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, if that's what the artist wants. And then we built it. And then the client was like, oh, can you make a WebGL build of this? And HDRP, no. Which I still believe to right now, unless it's changed, you can't do that. So then you have to convert it to URP. And this was at a time where it wasn't easy to switch over your materials. You could do from standard pipeline to URP, but going from HDRP to URP is an absolute nightmare, and you have to like use some like conversions. But I think now,
it's the opposite.
Yeah, I think now they have like built-in converters that make that whole process. But then again, like you can even get plugins that'll do it. But thing is, it'll be like the standard like HDRP thing, and not like Arnold physics render. So there's always these other permutations that it's not going to be able to like account for everything. So it's if you're ever going to do HDRP, just make sure that's what you want to do. That's my word of warning.
Yeah. Oh man, my stream is... I just had a pop-up that says, your stream is having connection issues.
And you're downloading all those URP assets.
It's like, what are you doing? What's going on?
I am chilling. I will be here in spirit. I will be working on things. It's funny because like I haven't done a whole lot of work related stuff for the past like few weeks, but now it's like when it rains it pours. So it goes from nothing and like you get no messages and everyone like doesn't know that you exist, and then all of a sudden it's like and it just like goes to the roof. That's just how, you know.
Yeah.
It's just it's a very all or nothing kind of thing.
That is very true. Okay, which one is preferred, PC or Android? I honestly prefer the PC VR ones, but just because we have other like content creators and things like that, for capturing it's much better on PC because you could do the full screen versus like if you're doing, correct me if I'm wrong, if you're doing an Android build, it only records on like that square or whatever. Oh yeah, it's a stupid square and you have to like punch in order to like get a full screen. Yeah, I would recommend PC. Also, it's just more performant on PC for the most part.
That as well.
So, But I would also include an Android build if you can, just because some people don't have powerful enough PCs to run stuff, and still want to play. And like people can still download your project and play it even if they're not participating in the jam. So you will have a little subset of those people who don't quite have a powerful enough computer but want to try the games.
Yeah. So ad hoc said you can set the aspect ratio on Quest recording. Okay. So I think there's the possibility, but then again, it's like anytime when I was like making things and recording, it was just always it ran. It hardly ran. So
Yeah. Oh, you've already submitted the best game ever.
it
Is it?
better
Do we have any
be
submissions?
what I hope it is. He's just looking for some
We
free
do
press.
have an
So he's
entry.
looking for some free press. He's memeing on us. Come claim it. Look at this.
Amazing.
It's just a PNG, you know. I admire it.
It's just a PNG download.
Homie went on Google and was like, give me a HelloFresh.
His favorite part of the jam, what he learned from the jam, how we can improve on the jam.
Well, he said, what did he learn? He learned how to cook delicious, fresh meals at home. That's what he learned. Oh, that's what they learned. I apologize.
Beautiful. This is by far the best submission. We already have one entry. It's
what
great.
I love about this is that everyone who is not on the stream is just going to be like, who's this weirdo? Can someone remove this?
Is this a real entry? What's going on here?
It is a real entry. However, not going to be rated particularly well, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think your I don't know, enjoyment would be a 10 out of 10, but what else?
I'll read it.
Presentation, use of theme is excellent. I don't know. Well, most of the categories we go do pretty well. Ooh, delivering could be. Ooh, this is very meta. Delivering could also refer to completing a project. Delivering a game about delivering a game about delivering a game. It's just a game about you making a game.
See, that's where you get it. That's the good stuff right there.
Yeah. So if you submitted the Unity SDK, then would that count?
It would be like you at a computer, and it would just be like you'd have direct interactors on your hands with a keyboard, and every time you slapped your hands on it, it would just put code on the screen.
Ooh.
And then by the end of it, like a headset would pop up if you like in a super hot VR, and then you'd put that headset on, and then it would like put you into the actual.
Oh, it does it, and then then you play the game again.
Yeah,
so you're just another level deeper.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh, that would be wild.
And that's easy too. I'm gonna go make that right now. Like,
that would be pretty fun.
That's actually pretty. That's I like.
You just reload the scene whenever you put the headset on. Start from scratch. Should one build a entire game from scratch, or can you reuse things like scripts, models, and systems from previous projects? Yes. For this particular jam, we're not super picky about you building stuff totally from scratch. So you are perfectly. It's perfectly acceptable to use assets, like if you want to use Hurricane VR or AutoHand, 3D assets you have from the Unity store or wherever, or if you have like a little sample plugin script or something, you can do that as well. Oh, here we go. Remove those pesky README.
I don't know how long it's been done, but
I know it's probably been done.
It took like 8 minutes.
Unity it's a lot.
That's why I stay away from like the templates. It's just like I usually don't use the stuff in it, and I
right,
everything out. So
all right, this is the thing that everybody needs to go and update right now, because we get so many submissions with the same default company, and it always says VR Jam 2023.
See, that's the issue when it comes to like when there's a lot of APKs and you put them onto a quest and you're like, oh no.
Yeah, I'm like, there's like 5 games here and I have no idea which one is which. Yeah. Like, this is how it names your game. So go through and make it. I said Burning Man. I need to, I don't know. Question marks. It's probably not allowed. And then I am going to go ahead and change my build settings to Android. just so that everything is already compressed, and I don't have to sit here for 5 hours and recompress everything. You got it. You got this. There we go. We already have errors. Welcome to Unity. Incompatible keys. What?
Did you put a question mark? Is that probably it?
Maybe. I named my project with a question mark. Oh. This is like live streaming development work is it's very tough because you just see a lot of
just
a lot of loading screens.
I don't know how some people do it who are like more live streamed than like YouTube, and they're just like, oh, yep, I'm gonna live debug and try to figure out this problem with 25 people watching me. I can't even do this with 2.5 people watching me. If it was Justin Ballum and Justin's child, like I couldn't do it.
Let's see. Oh, that was pretty fast.
Yeah.
All right, we are going to use OpenXR for this one. Anybody physically automated deliverables?
Yeah, I would say another thing for this is making sure to maybe upload at the beginning of Sunday, or even like have a build Saturday evening. Cause like, man, if you're making a build at like 3 o'clock and for whatever reason, because sometimes like, I don't know if it's like the execution order in scripts or something like that. There are times where it will work in engine and won't work in a build, or it just flat out won't build because you have a bunch of editor scripts and not in the right folder or something like that. That's when it gets really stressful. So that's why I was like, if you make a template, build it beforehand to make sure all that works.
Oh, we do have a template. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. I remember you scrolled by and I was going to say something, and I was like, oh, Justin will say something, but then it was.
We do have if you would like to download a starter project, we have one available. Has very kindly provided us with this project that I can share my screen so you can actually see. Unity's sucking down all of my processing power. There we go. So yeah, Valem has actually very kindly given us a. Oh, and then you guys probably can't hear anything.
We're in the. Yeah, we're in the Counter-Strike 1.6 webcam game with 32.
It's gonna like skip every so often. I wouldn't even try to play the the video, but if you would like to start with a template, don't forget about this one. It's actually quite nice. He set up some like scene transitions and a bunch of stuff. I actually may go back and restart my project and use this instead. That'll be off stream because I still have no idea what I'm gonna make. I need to go back and ask ChatGPT for some more ideas. But yeah, does anybody have any more questions? We'll just kind of kill it here. But if you would like to join the jam, go ahead and join. You can screenshot the URL up on the side here, and we've got we're getting close to 700 people. I don't know if we'll actually make 700 now.
I have faith. We'll get it.
We'll probably get there.
Yeah.
We're at 683 right now.
We'll get there. Not a doubt in my mind. Maybe just a little bit, but.
Oh, your first VR Jam experience was at Burning Man? Very nice. Burning Man does have a very good my company actually is the platform that Burning Man uses for their multiplayer system, which is fun. But yeah, everybody say hi to Shrimp.
Hello, Shrimp.
I've referenced Shrimp in at least one of my videos. Very good VR dev. Yes, I am definitely going to be using OpenXR for the project. That's basically the standard now. OpenXR is like HTTP for websites. So, um, sweet. Well, enjoy the game jam, everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and kill it here. Have fun. Don't wait too long to submit your project. Do it early,
Don't
earlier than you think.
don't walk.
May-
Run to the deadline.
yeah. Make your scope smaller than you think it should be, and then maybe a little bit more smaller, and it'll be fun. But enjoy the special delivery theme, and we'll see y'all at the end because we're gonna be playing a lot of these games. So and then VR Oasis is gonna be playing them, Gamertag, all those. So well, see ya.
Goodbye.